Hey guys, Dr. Ben, going to go over a really interesting case. Just got it back yesterday, 3 months into the program. Going to tell you exactly what we did and how this lady was able to, she reversed her diabetes and she reversed her autoimmune. So really fascinating. Stick with me here. A lot of good information. Give you some tips, give you some ideas of everything we've done with her and how she's been able to accomplish these things. So Dr. Ben here, Functional Medicine Centers, excited to have you on the call. We love getting to the underlying why that people are having these issues. So let me just jump in. For anybody that's new to the page, like or follow, and then pop down below where you guys are watching from. Love to see all over the country, all over the world, where you guys are coming in from. We've got almost every state in the country now, and then even over in Asia and the Philippines and Europe, a lot of different places. So great to have everybody on. Let's go over this case study. This is basically where I'm going to tell you what the patient had going on, what their blood work looked like, and now what is going on with that person. So here we go. This patient, she's in her 60s. She came in specifically because she had what is called thrombocytopenia. And hey, Patricia, good to see you. And let me see, that was Nancy and Golden. Great to see you as well. So she came in specifically for this autoimmune condition called thrombocytopenia. Thrombocytopenia is where the body is starting to attack the platelets. Platelet count goes down really, really low, start bruising, having major bruises. They wanted to remove her spleen. My wife, when she was in college, she'd had her MMR booster, and within 2 weeks developed ITP, thrombocytopenia, and they put her on prednisone, gained weight, broke out, felt horrible, and what did they do? They said you can either be on prednisone the rest of your life or you can remove your spleen. And so, as every good 18-year-old that's gaining weight and breaking out in freshman in college said, I don't want to do that, be on prednisone forever, so take out my spleen. So they took out my wife's spleen, and we've been dealing with the ramifications ever since, and had to really fix the underlying why, because that was autoimmune in the first place, and that was why she was not well. So again, everybody jumping on, go ahead and pop down below where you're watching from. If you've got any questions about any of these things that we're talking about what we did to help this lady, let me know. So the patient did not want to have her spleen removed. Obviously, nobody wants their spleen removed, but that was the only solution that they would give her. Otherwise, maybe just being on some medications and trying some different things. So she came in, was probably 40, 50 pounds overweight. Hey, Christy, good to see you there in Loveland. Was overweight. Her blood sugar, her A1C was 6.3. Anything over 5.9, we think they're creeping into diabetes. She was at 6.3, which is pretty much diabetes at that point. She was diabetic, her liver was off, her inflammatory markers were off. She had a lot of imbalances in this blood work. Testosterone really, really low, low energy. She'd been taking care of her mother-in-law for like a year and a half straight, couldn't even really leave the house, just totally beat down. But more importantly, that autoimmune was really revved up to the point that they wanted to remove her spleen. Probably 4 years they'd been tracking those platelets and having the bruising and all of these different issues with that. The reason is the spleen washes out the platelets, and that's why if they just take out the spleen, then hey, you're not going to lose your platelets anymore, but they don't fix the why. And that's what we've got to do. That's how we help people with their autoimmune conditions all the time, is you've got to fix that why. So here's what happened. We went through, we started, first off, just started tracking her blood sugar, seeing what's going on. Is it going up? Is it going down? Where are those imbalances? To the point, we took her from 6.3 A1C to 5.1 in 3 months. And I'll post a picture of this on the page down below here, and you guys can see those numbers. So in 3 months, she went from full-blown diabetic down to 5.1 to 5.3 is like perfect. her body was able to reverse and repair that quickly. We always say that people can reverse their diabetes, type 2 diabetes, in as little as 6 to 8 weeks if somebody plays the game. She played the game, and that's the exciting part. So she played the game, got that blood sugar where it needed to be, and now she is no longer diabetic. In the process, she's down about 25 pounds. Still another 10, 15 to go, and we're going to be working another 3 months with her. And doing great, wearing clothes she hasn't worn in years. Yesterday when she was in, she had, probably 7 years ago, she said she had made these knickers and she was actually able to fit in them. She hadn't fit in them in years. So exciting, was able to lose some weight, that blood sugar, reverse that diabetes there. And then we start looking at what that autoimmune condition is doing. And her plates were up to 121. They haven't been over 120 in like 4 or 5 years. She hasn't been bruising in the last month or two. Her body is starting to decrease the amount of platelets that it's attacking and destroying. And this is the amazing part with autoimmune, is that the reason why the body is going haywire and attacking itself can be reversed. And just like my mom's MS, how she did have MS, she did have a wheelchair, she was on all the meds, she was able to unwind off all of those, and now she doesn't have MS anymore. The plaquing is gone. She's 78 years old. She does granny boot camp. She fishes with my kids, all these different things, because her body was like, well, I don't need to attack myself anymore. Let's peel back these layers of damaging issues that are going on. And so we went through that process with this patient. Her liver enzymes dropped dramatically. She no longer has fatty liver, which is a huge component of this blood sugar insulin resistance. Insulin went from over 50 down into the teens, which is where we want it to be. So dramatic changes in as little 3 months. We've seen those shifts dramatically through there. So ultimately, when she goes back to her doctor that's overseeing this autoimmune condition, and those platelets are up and her inflammatory and autoimmune markers are down, he's going to be like, that's pretty cool. What'd you do? And then, kind of go on to the next patient. Unfortunately, I've never got a call from a doc that we've been able to help reverse that patient reverse their autoimmune. I've never got a call and be like, hey, tell me exactly what you did, because I want to do this with all my patients. Unfortunately, we haven't got that. But someday I'm hoping that I will get one of those calls, because there's a doctor out there that wants to truly heal their patients. And so that's what we see. This diabetes reversed as well, 6.3 down to 5.1 in 3 months, able to reverse that diabetes. So super excited, went through, tracked that blood sugar, we worked on the liver, we did detoxification, took out certain foods, added in certain nutrients, helped that liver detoxify, helped it start regenerating, getting rid of that fatty liver. We went through a leaky gut protocol. She had, anybody with autoimmune pretty much has leaky gut. We went through that leaky gut process and started reversing that damage to that gut lining. She had some major inflammation going on. We worked through the inflammatory markers, worked on some fish oil, some turmeric, some different tools to help bring down that inflammation, and we were able to see these dramatic changes. We still have some work to do, still have a ways to go, but by the time we're done, her platelets are going to be up in that normal range, and she's going to be basically free of her autoimmune as long as she continues to do what she needs to do. If somebody's not doing what they need to do, then we'll see problems all the time come back. So if you've had changes and you go back and do what you've always done, you're going to get the same results you've always got. So stick with it, stay on track. We know that you've got this healing potential inside of you. So, super excited. I hope this inspires somebody out there to take massive action to get their health back. If you know anybody with diabetes or autoimmune, tag them in this video, share this with them, because they have that potential inside of them to heal. So if you guys have any questions, pop those down below. Great to see everybody, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.